time for a big flyweight matchup. Ketlen Souza against Mayu Mountain Mama Suotama. Squaring off with Suotama tonight is Brazilian Ketlen Souza. Making her INVICTA debut, Souza boasts an 11-3 professional record, including 8 victories by knockout. She's planning on a fast finish tonight.
Eu sou striker, gosto muito de ver sangue, então para os meus fãs do INVICTA que ainda não me conhecem, vão ver bastante sangue em toda a minha luta.
Right at me. What do you see? A wrinkled eye, maybe you could find something inside of me.
One more debutante here tonight, guys. Ketlen Souza. She wanted to keep things a little close to the vest when we talked to her before this fight. Maybe keep herself a little bit of a mystery as she gets ready for this big matchup tonight. And she's got to take on somebody who she only found out she'd be fighting a couple of weeks ago.
She did, and that's just showcased the type of mentality that Souza brings to the cage. She was supposed to fight for the title back in March of this year. Pulled out because of issues out of her control. Then she's supposed to fight Christina Williams, Oklahoma hometown girl Christina Williams, who is an incredible athlete. Had to pull out due to injury, 2 weeks notice, now a change of opponent. She said, okay. She believes that this is her time. She feels like her opponent is too weak everywhere and she has an answer for everything. And she is ready to showcase a bloody fight tonight. In her day.
Yeah, it's been a year and a half since she's been in the cage in a fight. And she said that one of the things she's had to learn is to embrace the parts of it that maybe weren't so enjoyable. Embrace the struggle of training every single day, Megan. And now she finally, at long last, gets the payoff of being in a real fight.
Exactly, and it just showcases again, her mentality of she's preparing to fight, even when she's not able to get a fight. She's staying focused, she's staying ready, because she knows the opportunity.
Now let's send it in to Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with our co-featured bout this evening. 3 rounds, this in the flyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a striker standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in officially 123 pounds in 14 fights. Her record stands at 11 victories with 3 defeats. Fighting out of Manaus, Amazonas, Brazil. Here is Ketlen Esquentadinha Souza. And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. A freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. She too weighed in officially 123 pounds and in 14 fights holds a record of 8 victories with 6 defeats. Fighting out of Imatra, Finland, here is Mayu Mountain Mama Suotama. And your referee in charge, Marcio La Selva.
Souza in the yellow and black, Suotama in the fuchsia top and the black shorts. The Mountain Mama, she said, yeah, I said fuchsia. You gotta, is that,
I am so
you tell me what
you
color
just
that
said
is.
Fuchsia. I was gonna say pink or salmon, hot pink. Oh, I'm very impressed right now.
Very, very tall stance for Suotama. Ketlen Souza entered this with her hands quite low.
I asked Suotama, why Mountain Mama? She said, I love that song by John Denver. As if it was a stupid question. I said, is John Denver big in Finland? She said, John Denver is big everywhere. I never knew that was a fighting song, but she said it was. Country Roads Take Me Home. It's about fighting and then going back home after the fight. And we'll see if she goes home victorious here tonight.
That was a beautiful spin-off from Souza against the cage. She grabbed the wrist, shifted, and spun completely around. Suotama still has control of the head and is reaching for that leg. Souza on the defense. Wrapping around the neck there.
I mean, when you're preparing for one fighter through a camp, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks before, it's somebody that you might not even have a scouting report on. What does that do for somebody like Souza?
I mean, honestly, for somebody like Souza, I don't think she really skipped a beat at all. If anything, it just is going to motivate her even more so to go out there, do what she wants to do, showcase her skills, and in her opinion, get the win so she can fight for the title next.
She's got 8 wins via knockout coming into this fight, does Souza.
She's extremely beautiful backspin sidekick. Flying knee attempt.
Well, this is
very relaxed.
Exactly, and I think for somebody who has an 11-3 record and has never fought out of her home country of Brazil, I'm very interested to see what she brings to the cage tonight as an, with her U.S. debut.
Yeah, she's already drawn blood from Suotama. Suotama, nice timing on that shot. Beautifully done. Souza defending, but Suotama on the single leg now up against the fence. Honestly, Souza made no qualms about her disdain. She said, this is a step down for me. I was supposed to fight for the title before. Then my opponent, just came off this brilliant win. Here's somebody stepping in last minute. No, she's grateful for the opportunity to fight, but she's like this, I was expecting higher competition. And you wonder, is she taking her lightly?
Well, you never want to underestimate somebody when you step in that cage, right, Jules?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's fighting. But I do think that can't account for, the very, very relaxed approach she has. And Suotama, nice and tight in on that leg.
Suotama is very tenacious on the wrestling and looking for that takedown. But Souza's doing a really good job of framing under the face of Suotama and just creating leverage that she's not able to chain those takedowns together.
Yeah, she's leveraging with the shin and on the face, so she's doing pressure up and pressure out, and that's nice. I like it. So Thomas staying tight, though, looking for those little shots.
Beautiful short elbow on the inside by Souza there. She's digging that undercut.
Flips right under there, yeah.
So Suotama is showing a lot of strength in this clinch position right now.
Using those braids to grind up against...
Man, that's a weapon out there. That hurts. Souza's got control of that wrist and actually pulling through, framing with her arm and kind of wrapped around there and then shoving her head in. Suotama staying tall, though. Tall against the cage, really kind of looking for opportunity to shift. No. Well, I guess we're not going to have a clinch battle. Whoa!
Souza came flying in right after that separation.
She's not afraid to take risks out there.
It's not hard to see why she's got 8 knockouts to her resume.
Very explosive.
Oh, beautiful finish of that round.
What a very emphatic ending, a stamp on the end of that round.
Well, you can see a little damage there for Suotama. Now she's tasted the power of Souza for one round. What types of adjustments is she gonna have to make here going into round number 2?
I mean, I feel like she needs to start, if she wants to take it to the ground, which it's clear that she's wanting to, and she's very tenacious for those takedowns, she needs to start chaining them together, because right now, they're just stalemating, and if that's going to happen, she's not doing any damage, she's not advancing the position, the referee is just going to separate them, which gives Souza the advantage.
All right, let's check in with Eve to see what the fans think on verdict.
So that first round was pretty exciting. Souza looked very confident in that one. The fight fans have Souza up at 9.76 versus Suotama's 9.42, and I think it's from Souza's aggression and her pressure. Guys, go to verdictmma.com and let us hear your voice.
Aggression and pressure from Souza. Good way to describe what we saw from her through the first 5 minutes.
Ooh,
Big overhand right
overhand
from Souza.
Very short, sharp strikes from the fin. Well, the Brazilian holding her hands up. Oh, kind of a spin and a miss there. Holding her hands up a little higher, but still staying very fluid, very relaxed.
Oh, beautiful, sharp check hook there. I'm loving Souza's movement.
Bouncing around, isn't
yes. She's never stationary. She's not a solid target for Suotama to really land anything detrimental to Souza. And she's the way that she's able to so speedily close that range is just incredible.
It's very hard to stay like in a good defense against somebody who is that fluid and can reach that far. Beautiful timing on that shot, but Souza is able to get the underhooks, defend it, throw a knee.
Deep, deep shot too, Julie.
I love the way people have been wrapping up the hands and then hitting the liver. Very nice. And again, Suotama, she is a tough fighter, and she's fighting for little things very well. And the tightness of her frame, the way she's keeping things very kind of close and in and not overextending. She knows those flying kicks and those spins could come from any angle.
She's making the right, strategically safe decisions.
Unfortunately, they are not necessarily pushing the win, or I would say the points in her favor, possibly. Souza's got her nicely wrapped up there and against the cage.
And she's doing just such a phenomenal job of using that control with her forehead. I know you've talked about this for as long as I've been watching INVICTA, Julie.
Use your heads, ladies. Double underhook and spin off from Souza. Suotama staying, she's sagging down with her weight a little bit, making it hard to be spun herself and really looking for an opening to kind of sit a leg in there and get over, but getting underneath that head pressure, very hard to do. I feel like I'm seeing a cage grab, but I don't have the angle, so I don't want to call it. Thought I saw some fingers in there. Good little shots in there. Oh no, don't break them up, come on. Sorry, I just love the tie-up of the hands across the body. It's creative and fun. May not be fan-friendly, though. Oof.
Oh, beautiful
combination
shot
from Souza. Good leg kick from Souza.
She's very creative with the way that she approaches her striking and her combinations. It's not very traditional boxing, and it's not traditional kickboxing. It's almost like she's created her own style that works for her in MMA.
Well, you're seeing it's almost like kind of a drunken, like monkey style in a sense that she'll look down and then it'll come up high. Yeah,
Watch Tim Elliott fight.
Yeah, it's very creative. The fakes and feints. She uses all of her posture for that. Her eyes look down. You know,
like she's constantly feigning with her shoulders, feigning with her legs, switching her stances. I mean, I've trained with Tim for a very long time.
Oh, nice body shot there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're reminiscent.
She's coming from every angle, too. I mean, it's
hard shots
It's hard
there
to
from the
train
Brazilian.
for somebody like this.
Takedown attempt from Souza.
much less on 2 weeks' notice.
Exactly.
Now we see that framing, that steering wheel bicep control there. Love it. And still. So Tama's doing a really nice job of staying tight, and you know, a lot of those shots hit, and a lot of them she was able to get out of the way from.
Souza's just giving you so much to think about, right? The different ways and angles at which she's attacking. Body kicks, overhand shots.
She's just throwing up a lot of different offense, but she's not just head hunting. She's not just going to the head. She's not just going to the body. She's not just going to the leg. She's mixing it all and blending it all so well together. Look at that body shot right there.
That was hard.
Beautiful. And just her movement, her feints, her feinting with her shoulders. It is just a complete package, and she's showing how incredibly well-rounded she is.
A lot for Suotama to process. But there she stands with 1 round to go.
She
still in this thing.
A while. Yeah.
Let's find out what the fans think on verdict, Eves.
Well, the fans still have Souza winning this fight convincingly. She's really putting it together well, and like you said, Megan, you know, she's being really creative. I think she's really mixing her martial arts tonight.
That's what the name of the game is, isn't it, Eve?
Oh, lovely. Suotama's right back there trying to hit that right hand, but just out of range. And that's the thing is, if you overextend, those long Brazilian limbs can come at you, but
I think it's the rhythm. The rhythm of Souza is not your traditional boxing or kickboxing. She's striking on the offbeat. She's mixing it up, and her timing is so unorthodox because she has the striking down so pat that she knows that she can break the rhythm and create opportunities to strike in. Oof. Oh, that would definitely hurt her. Look at that elbow really staying in tight there to protect her. Oh, and another one.
And I think she's going to keep the attention down there, come up high.
Right.
That right arm is down guarding her right side for Suotama.
Oy, spin kick. It's beautiful motion from Souza. It's almost like I keep mentioning other martial arts, but I think about capoeira from Brazil too, and just kind of the offbeat, the off angle from that, and making the fight a dance.
Souza caught her with one of those kicks to the right side in the first round, and she just has chipped away at that.
Ooh, nice shot there. Suotama. You know, and the thing is, some of those spin kicks have actually hit the elbow of Suotama, but hitting the arm when it's in that position still ricochets into the body. Like, you still feel the impact.
It's still going to force the elbow into that spot.
Oh, nice.
Oh, huge left hand there. Just her ability to strike so well from both stances is very impressive.
We've seen a lot of side kicks tonight. I am a fan from multiple fighters.
You definitely see a giant red welt on the body of Suotama. And I mean, I'd like to say, Souza, go back to the well.
I think she really wants that knockout. And sometimes you can't hunt it too much. You know, you have to stay on the small damage to get the big damage. But she doesn't strike me as someone who stresses much.
Oh, the amount of body shots that we have seen tonight makes me cringe on the inside. I love it.
Yeah, it makes me
to
giggle.
watch it, but I do not
flying knee attempt.
Oh, that's just beautiful right there.
You know, I have to say, Sotama is very, very disciplined in this.
She has
She's
been.
not giving up very much space. She's keeping her hands together. You know, there's that right hand dropping a bit. But she's continuing to, you know, come back to her stance and look for an opportunity to attack.
Like, I feel like her hands dropping is part of her confidence. I feel like she's felt and seen everything that she's needed to see from Sawatama, and I feel like that's just a sign of her confidence in her own striking and head movement and ability to get out of the way of those strikes that Sawatama is throwing.
Sawatama has just not really been able to initiate much of her own offense so far in this fight, though.
No, she really hasn't, Nate, and I feel like the timing and the rhythm and the unorthodox movement that Souza brings and is bringing right now, I don't think Sawatama has an answer for that. I don't think she's able to really figure out the timing because there is no rhyme or rhythm behind Souza's movement. It's very capoeira-like and it's so hard to train for, particularly on 2 weeks' notice.
She plays a very violent game of tag. Getting out of the way, smacking. Oh, nice takedown attempt.
Oh, my goodness.
30 seconds remaining.
That's capoeira right there. I don't even know if she has that background. It's beautiful to see martial arts on display and just the mixed martial arts, like you said.
It has been a potpourri of offense from Souza, and 3 rounds are complete. We'll find out what the judges think in a moment. Ketlen Souza just came at Mayu Suotama with a wide variety of offensive prowess in this, just overwhelming at times. And to her credit, Suotama adjusted. She stood there. She had the defense at times, Julie, but just never seemed to be able to get on the front foot because of that overwhelming approach of Souza.
Absolutely. But still was not put away.
Right.
Like, there were times in this fight where, you know, there was a chance. I mean, those body shots were hurting, but she was able to recover and, you know, stay disciplined enough to keep finding a way to try and attack. And I say try and attack. I know she wanted to, but she wasn't really able to.
She's in the fight at any moment, but I think Souza.
And for that, let's go to Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 have it 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, Ketlen Esquentadinha Souza!
Well, it was 2 real competitors going out there today. You can see the mutual respect once again. But Ketlen Souza, she wants a title shot, and she showed that